say this with my hand on my heart, that there is no one, Australia or worldwide, I really believe, that could help me the way that Eugenix can.
Hi, so we are here with Mr. Adrian Brown today. He has been researching about hair transplant. He has visited a lot of forums, but he has been in touch with Eugenix for the last 2.5 years now. And finally, he has decided to come here, take his flight from Australia and come down to New Delhi and come down to our clinic. And it's been quite a journey, and we would just like to understand that how he feels and how are we planning to proceed further with this and what was his experience. So, hi Adrian.
Hi Didier, how are you?
I'm good. How has been your entire journey in terms of researching about Eugenix, researching about hair transplant first, then finally choosing and then coming down to India all the way from Australia?
Well, it's been a long journey for me, but it's definitely been worth the wait to get here finally today. It's hard to believe I'm here. But I knew from doing all the research I've done over many years, and also on the Hair Restoration Network Forum, that after speaking with Dr. Pradeep and Dr. Arika, that the only place that really could give me an opportunity to regain my hair was Eugenix. So I was happy to wait. I mean, there are so many young people that are impatient today. They could be in their early 20s and all they see is smart, slick advertising, and they're off to Turkey, and the next thing they're back and they're regretting the whole experience.
Right.
So I've already been through that. So I wasn't in a hurry to repeat that problem. So yeah, I come from Melbourne, and Melbourne was the most locked down city in the world.
Correct.
And a lot of people in the forum were saying, just go to someone local. And I can say this with my hand on my heart, that there is no one, Australia or worldwide, I really believe, that could help me the way that Eugenix can. I began my journey a long time ago, and it's a long story, but to put it in simple terms, basically I had 2 hair transplants when I was very young, too young, and I shouldn't have had them. The results were terrible. I then spent several years afterwards having them removed surgically with a plastic surgeon. I then wore a hairpiece for 25 years to help cover the baldness as it progressed, but also a scar that was left along my hairline as a result of the surgery.
Right.
And then I've always been interested in having a hair transplant, but as my baldness has progressed to the point where it is today, I was never really deemed a candidate after that.
Right.
So, as I said, I wore a hairpiece, and then I was, after a long time, probably 25 years, I was really getting sick of wearing the hairpiece. So I then had SMP. So I had my head shaved, I had the scars covered up with SMP, and I felt pretty comfortable, and it was a new look. It still wasn't hair, but it was a big improvement on wearing a hairpiece.
Yeah, because I remember when we started conversing first, you were a little skeptical about you coming down here and then making sure that the entire coverage is done. And apart from that also, I understand that because there was a good amount of gap after the second surgery that you had, and then the final step to decide to go for another surgery, that was 25 years later. Generally people go for back-to-back surgeries to go ahead and fill up a coverage, but you almost gave up on hair transplant after your second surgery. You wore a piece for good 20-25 years, which is a good amount of time, and that is the main, in terms of your prime time, when you wanted to have hair on your head. So you almost gave up, and then you finally decided to go ahead and come down and get a surgery done finally. So it's been a journey, isn't it?
It has. It's been a long journey. There's been a lot of ups and downs. And when you've had a bad experience with surgery in terms of hair restoration, it's very hard to come back to that, because you just feel consumed with a lot of bad memories, and I had to push through that. And as you know, speaking with you and communicating with you, I actually almost cancelled the procedure because I really thought I don't think I could face surgery, which just kept reminding me of what happened to begin with.
Correct.
But the confidence that you've instilled, along with Dr. Pradeep and Dr. Arika, has been fantastic.
No, I'm glad, Adrian, you chose us. So this was Mr. Adrian. He has come down here, and now that we are proceeding with the transplant, we are waiting for his planning and procedure to be done. Dr. Pradeep would be going ahead and taking it from here. In terms of he would do his planning and procedure, we'll go ahead and do a donor demarcations, and we'll keep updating you as and when it proceeds. Thanks.